It's been a little while, but we're back into it again. Aha, there we go, version 2.2.0 Mario Kart 8. Also, I think that's the first time I've ever seen this screen in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the menu. That's cool. I don't know if they added that back or it's just a random chance thing and I've never seen it until now in this version of the game. It was like one of the main menus on Wii U, but interesting. Anyway, we're here with the new DLC. We got Wave 3 out, so as always, we're going to check it out. It seems like, for the most part, the main channel is now resorted to playing the next wave of Mario Kart 8 DLC. I swear that's going to change. I swear it will. Alright, here we go. We got some new cups here. Who are we going to play as today? You know what, let's go good old classic. Let's go with the big old fast boy here. Why not, you know? I think this was the first vehicle setup I actually used in the game, ironically enough. Alright, and there we go. What are the new cups? Are they these ones? No. Oh, they're these ones. Ah, I see. We got the rock cup and the moon cup. Gotcha. Cool. Alright, so what do we got here? We got London Loop, Boo Lake, Rock Mountain, and Maple Treeway. Fantastic. Berlin Byways, Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, and Rainbow Road from the 3DS. Pretty cool selection. I really like to see that 3DS Rainbow Road is here. I'm not super familiar with 3DS tracks. I played it for about a month before Mario Kart 8 came out. I was gifted it before Mario Kart 8 came out to kind of fill my Mario Kart void because I was very excited about Mario Kart 8 coming out originally on Wii U. Yeah, somebody bought it for me and I played it for about a month, but again, I'm not super familiar with it, but I do know the tracks loosely, and I do remember really liking 3DS Rainbow Road, so hopefully I remember it enough. So I know the last two parts we talked about how the visual fidelity of the DLC was kind of coming together, and it does seem like Nintendo does care, and they are kind of improving it. It still seems like, to me, the main actual tracks here from Mario Kart Tour, the main like city tracks, if you will, seemingly don't really get that treatment, but from what I've seen from the trailer with both Boo Lake and Merry Mountain, they seem significantly cool. I also don't know this track at all, so this is going to be rough. Oi! Alright, I read that completely wrong. Oh, there's a chomp on this track. Hey, that's kind of cool. I like chomps. Alright, this track is fairly involved, but I do like it, and actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really am confused by that mini-map over there. I do like the Chain Chomp editions, though. Have we had those on a main course before? Yeah, we have. We've had them on Cheeseland. Never mind. I don't think they're really that big of a deal on Cheeseland, really. They're not super, you know, like, hard to miss, or like easy to miss, I should say. But they're not that big of a deal, at least for me personally. But here I could definitely see them being a little bit more of a nuisance. I do not know the directions I'm going. That's unfortunate. Let me throw that green shell back. I don't know why I used those coins then, considering. Oh, we're down here. Okay. God, I do not know how to read this track very well. It is very confusing. I've also heard that the items have been changed up a little bit. It seems like some of the items actually work a bit differently now, so I think the lightning bolt, if you're gliding, it actually doesn't knock you down anymore. So that's interesting. Also, Daisy's in the lead. Nice. And there you go, I recovered that victory right at the end. Oh man, that is convoluted. I definitely will have to play that a few more times. That goes all over the place, but, you know, gameplay-wise, that track is fantastic. I was mentioning graphical fidelity before. I'm not going to try to talk about that too much, but I do want to talk about it again when we come to Boo Lake and Merry Mountain, because I do think those look a lot better than the DLC tracks we've had so far through these waves, so I do want to look at that. But for the most part, we're just going to be kind of reacting to them and looking at the gameplay in this wave session, if you want to call it that. That's a weird name, but yeah, anyway. Let's get on to the next track. What was the next track? Oh yeah, it's Boo Lake, right. Yeah, Boo Lake looks fantastic here, and honestly, I'm not that familiar with it. I'm not a huge fan of N64 Mario Kart. You know, it's fine. I have the respect for it. I just don't really attach to the gameplay of it, so it's not really my favorite. Hey, real quick, it's editing risk here. I confuse this track with N64 Banshee Boardwalk for some reason. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But yeah, this is Boo Lake from Super Circuit. I clarified this a little later, but I just wanted to do it now. So yeah, don't be mad at me. I mean, do be mad at me because I'm dumb, but I realize my mistake now, so yeah, anyway, back to the video. And I don't really have the nostalgia for it too much. I did play it as a kid, but again, I wasn't really, like, my favorite game. I like Diddy Kong Racing more, actually. Whoa, that's a tight turn. But cool, though. Now that I know it's there, I'll be ready for it. Again, this track feels like it was made for Mario Kart 8. And then they're going to convert it over to Mario Kart Tour, because this just looks fantastic. I'm really liking how this track plays. That turn's a little confusing. It seems like it's beneficial to do a drift, but not actually get the boost out of it. Ah, well, that's unfortunate. I did not know you were right behind me. It's not a very long track, but it doesn't feel anything like what I remember Boo Lake being like. And you know, I said Boo Lake, by the way, and I said N64. This is not an N64 track. That's the dock or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, and I definitely lost that one. That's a short one and very hard to get any sort of lead on. But I like it, though. That's actually really nice. I definitely want to, like, time trial that one. It definitely has that, this one's SNES, right? Again, I'm being confused. I didn't look at it, but I'm pretty sure it is an SNES track. Looks fantastic. I really, really like this one, actually. And it's probably my favorite track of the wave so far, if I have to say. Even though we didn't come in first, so, oh well. Things happen. Rock Mountain. Now, this track, in my opinion, looks like it got the Shroom Ridge treatment. It does not look great. It looks pretty rough, in my opinion, but the track is pretty good in 3DS, or Mario Kart 7, I should say. And I really like how it plays there, so hopefully that translates here. I would imagine it would. It seems like it's scaled well based on how it looks. I'm going to get so ass-blasted by Villager right there, it's not even funny, especially because I only got a coin. Luckily, I'm familiar enough. Yep, and there you go. And right over the boost panel, so now I have to slowly climb over here. It is bright and colorful, though, and for this track, it makes a lot more sense than a lot of the other tracks, so I feel like I can dismiss the art style change a little bit here. Also, I completely forgot that that didn't go into a turn. My unfortunate slight memory of this course, but not like that great memory of this course, is making this a lot harder to tell. Also, Rock Mountain. I've heard that apparently they added an ability to modify items now, so kind of like Smash Brothers, where you can turn on different items like assist trophies or smash balls or whatever you want to do. You can do that in this now, which is actually kind of cool, and it's kind of also hilarious that that took as long as it has to be an ability, but whatever, man. I'm not going to judge too harshly. I'm liking this track a lot, actually. It's playing pretty much how I remember it. Obviously with Mario Kart 8 physics, which is a bit different than Mario Kart 7, but it's still good. I'm going to hold on to this coin for now, considering. Actually, I'll use it now so we can hopefully get some better items. I wanted to actually try that real quick. I wanted to see if doing that slight drift was actually going to be... Oh my god, another blue shell. Whoa, that rock comes out of nowhere. That's insane. That rock flew out of left field. Did you see that? Alright, well, we got that one. I got a little destroyed there, for sure. But, yeah, wow. I will say, there is something I'm starting to see with these tracks a little bit, and, you know, it is kind of the way Mario Kart is, so it's not a problem. But I feel like these tracks are almost kind of like a mixture of track as well as like battle mode in a way. And I don't mean battle mode in terms of like, you know, how battle mode actually plays, but in terms of the chaos of it. These tracks almost seem like they're, like the chaos is dialed up even more. And maybe it's just me looking way too deep into it, but it just feels like some of these courses have a lot of like random elements as well, compared to, again, base Mario Kart 8 tracks and even the original DLC tracks, you know, with things like Wild Woods and Ice Outpost and all that kind of stuff. Said Merry Mountain was next. I forgot that Maple Treeway is next, and that I believe Merry Mountain's in the next cup anyway, so completely wrong. Well, it is, obviously. We're track 4, so... Yeah, Maple Treeway. I love Maple Treeway, man. Mario Kart Wii. My favorite Mario Kart, Maple Treeway, great track. Not my favorite track, but it is up there for sure. I really like Koopa Cape. I hope that one comes too. This track seems to be pretty much on par with what it was. And also it seems like, and I have to see here, but I believe that this actually has the like half-pipe tricks and stuff that Mario Kart Wii had, which wasn't in Mario Kart 7, I don't believe. But it seems like it's here, which is actually insane. Huh. Not my favorite in terms of flow. Wasn't able to quite take that mushroom. Yeah, this looks phenomenal. I mean, the art style, again, has that simple sort of tone to it that Rock Mountain had, Shroom Ridge has. It's better than that, for sure. It works here with Maple Treeway, though, because it's very colorful, and that's the whole point of it. Ooh, that banana was very annoyingly placed. I hope it didn't matter anyway. Oh, actually, that worked out for us. Alright, we got a bit more of a lead here on Maple Treeway, for sure. We did not have the ability to take the shortcut, unfortunately, at the start of the track, but that's okay. Not always going to get exactly what you want. Yeah, this feels great. I'm so happy that Maple Treeway is in here. It feels fantastic. Another mushroom I missed. Another blue shell. Are you kidding me? Blue shells seem to be even more prevalent in this update. And considering they've changed some items... Oh no, that's the worst time for that too. And shock does not stop anybody now in the middle of gliding, so I gotta be more careful with that. Because that also means that people can creep up on you easier during that kind of thing. Alright, very nice. Yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. I love the colors in this. It plays really well. The half pipe, we tried it the one time. It's a little wonky. It does not send you up very high. It doesn't have that floatiness that Mario Kart Wii has with half pipes and things, so it kind of just sends you down immediately. And thus it doesn't really have much value than just pulling off like a really big drift through that corner. It's hard to get a super tight drift around that corner, so yeah, like I didn't get that. Like, what's that? Like, that went up super high in that, but for me it just went straight down immediately, so I'm not really sure what happened there. Maybe I just did it wrong. We can try it on another track. I think Merry Mountain has some of that too. So if we do get to that point where we can try it again, we'll try it, but I don't think it's really worth going for that, but it's hard to say. Wow, look at that original looking cup model, isn't it great? Alright, let's change our character up here. I don't know who we should play as. How about Tanuki Mario? Nobody plays as Tanuki Mario. Alright, Moon Cup. Again, Berlin Byways, Peach Gardens, Merry Mountain, and Rainbow Road. Sounds good to me. Peach Gardens is literally the only track I know. Well, okay, I know 3DS Rainbow Road, but the one I'm most comfortable with is Peach Gardens, so I'm looking forward to that. But I am curious to hear about Merry Mountain, because people have said it is fantastic, and yeah, I want to check that out. Also, another track that's not marked as Tour, even though it's in Tour. So again, similar to Ninja Hideaway, which seemingly is not a mistake, because they haven't changed it. So I don't know what that's about. Ninja Hideaway's in Tour, it is a Tour track, and, you know, Merry Mountain is a Tour track as well, so I don't know if they're just trying to make them seem like they're new. Or maybe they're not marked as Tour because they're not a city track. I don't really know, but it seems like kind of a false way to advertise that to people who aren't, like, they don't know that. So weird choice there, but yeah, let's check it out anyway. Like with London Loop, I'm not going to know anything that's happening, and I'm going to bump into walls at least 2 or 3 times and be very confused, so this will be great. I decided to go with the pipe frame. I decided to go with something different. I don't use the pipe frame that much, but yeah. This is a mistake. Oh, I see. I can go in the train if I want to. That's weird. I'm trying to play well. Did I hit him? No, I didn't. I tried to. Ooh, a glider here. Very nice. That was actually a very quick first lap. I love the music on this track. It's so cheerful. I gotta pay attention so much on these like tour city tracks, man. They change all the time, so I can't get like comfortable with them because they're like completely different things. Oh, I didn't realize. Hey, they make the whole like N64 sound. I did not remember those guys, even though I pointed them out earlier. Oh, we gotta go through here again. Phenomenal. Oi! Oh, it sent me like miles out. Oh my god. That was so bad. That could have ended so terribly. Okay. In my opinion, I prefer that track a little bit more than London Loop because I don't get as confused on where to go. And I really like that like kind of merging sort of path thing at that thwomp section. You could see everybody kind of going to the right because that's where we came from. And we're kind of like looping back in on ourselves. It's kind of ironic considering the other track's called London Loop, but this one actually has a loop that turns back in on itself. Either way, really, really cool. And this one, in a weird way, even though the art style is still that simpler kind of thing, I feel like it looks a little bit less like that. I feel like I didn't notice it as much on this track because it just has so many things in it. And it's like so much is going on, so I think this one, if I had to pick one of the city tracks, this one would be my personal favorite compared to London Loop. Alright, Peach Gardens. This looks so different than what I remember. I think it's just because of all the like extra hedges and things with like Peach and Toads and Luigi and stuff, because I don't remember those being a thing. They were, from what I remember, they were pretty generic, so... Oh, they actually added a fence on the other side there. I don't know if you saw that, but I guess we can't go all the way around the middle area like that. Oh, did they actually change? Oh, they did. Yeah, it is very different, actually. Oh yeah, they removed a lot of the center hedges. Interesting. Okay, don't give me a coin. I'm gonna be, like, really sad if you do. God damn it. It's very hard to get those tricks out. Oh my god. Drifting around the corners and also trying to hit all the tricks is a tough task, actually. I canceled my drift to try to put a banana there. What is happening? What? Hold on, wait. Wait a minute. You added a new lap to Peach Gardens? Why did you do this? I mean, I love it, but I hate it at the same time. Oh, I see. You fly through here. How long do we go? Oh, wow. Very far. That's awesome. Oh, I forgot to drift. Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh, no. God, I screwed it up right at the end. Ah, crap. Well, that was the worst throw at the end. Oh, that was weird, but cool. I like that, actually. It's kind of cool. They use the other side of the, like, Peach's, I guess... Is it Peach's castle? I guess it is, right? To, like, go back the other way. That's really cool. It's a very different feeling track, and I mean, they don't have the hedges that you have to go through anymore, or, like, try to jump over and around in the center. It seems like they moved them to the side, so it's easier to, like, go through the track mainly. Mind you, that main shortcut's there over to the left. Where you can kind of go through and use a shroom if you have it. But the main hedges are gone, so it's actually a bit easier to go through the course mostly, but having that, you know, reverse lap, at least the first time, and not knowing that's going to happen kind of screwed me up. But now that I know it's going to, you know, be there the next time I play, it's a cool little addition. Changes up the track, but also, yeah, I don't know. It's nice. I like it. Alright, Merry Mountain. It's Christmas time with Mario, and this track, yeah, it looks fantastic. They definitely put a lot more time into making this track look good. And I would say that still, some of the base Mario Kart 8 tracks and the original DLC tracks still look better, but this looks pretty good. Again, I've never played this track, so I don't know what is happening here. Can I go up where that train is? Or is that a mistake? It's probably a mistake. I don't know where that would end. So that shell didn't hit me. Oh, whoa, look at the train. Oh my god, this is a treat. Hey, it's Toads in the sleigh. Look at that. That's actually really cool to look at. It's not distracting, but it's like a cool little thing that really only comes up on the straightaways. Oh, and that's the lap. Okay, I don't know if it changes. I don't know if each lap is going to be the same thing, but if it is, honestly, it's a very nice little concise track. I like it. I've had a lot of scenarios where I just don't have any, like, ability to do anything about any items at all. Also, the spinners are, like, really big on these tracks now. I don't remember them being that large. Nice. That was a cool drift. It didn't seemingly give me any sort of advantage at all, but I tried. Okay, very nice, very nice. Oh god. Alright, we're almost at the end of this track. All those coins disappeared. I kind of wanted them. But that's besides the point. Alright, there we go. Look at that. Nice little victory on the Merry Mountain. Well, I don't know how 3DS Rainbow Road's gonna go, but that was really, really nice. I don't really have much to say about it. Visually, it looked really nice. It's a very simple track. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice change. And I like that it's kind of like Christmas themed. It's cool. The music sounded fine. People I know were talking about like, oh, I can't wait until that music's in the game. It seemed good. But it didn't stand out that much to me. I think Berlin Byways still is one that like really stood out. But we're about to play 3DS Rainbow Road, and that's one of my favorite 3DS or favorite Rainbow Road themes. So I'm looking forward to that. Look at that road. It's so jelly-like, but I like it. I wonder if they took this that like lunar moon texture from the battle course that they added when Deluxe came out. I forgot what that's called. It's like Moon Colony or something. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, use what you got, you know. This road texture also looks fantastic. Oh my god, I love it. Custom track people are gonna have so much fun with this road. It looks so cool. I love how neon it looks. Also, this music. Yep. I'm into it. The lighter section. From my memory of 3DS, you just want to get out of it as soon as possible so you can start drifting. Oh, this is great. Now, this is just a straight through track, by the way, if you didn't know, so it's not like a multi-lap kind of thing, which is cool. I like seeing those kinds of tracks, and I'm glad we're getting some more of those. It feels like it's a little bit smaller than the original 3DS track, just because I feel like it's not... I feel like I'm going through it a bit faster than I remember. Wow, they really let you do that glider section for a long time. I was expecting to be killed off that very quickly. Yeah, this feels great. I really like this track. And there you go. Yeah, it's definitely either faster or a bit like scaled down from the 3DS one, because that did not take that long to do. Compared to like, you know, Mount Wario or whatever. Felt a bit shorter than something like that, or even Big Blue. But really, really cool, and looks fantastic. Mind you, that track didn't have like a huge amount of stuff to make it really like, you know, need to look that great. For the most part, the road visual was like 90% of the track, so as long as that looks good, then the rest of the track pretty much looks good. But yeah, no, that was fantastic, and the music's great. It has a bit of a drum beat to it, and maybe that's because of the front leading sort of thing. Maybe that's, or whatever it is. I do like the music generally, but again, I think Berlin Byways for me is kind of the standout music of the pack, actually. But now that we played all the tracks, if I had to say which one was my favorite track for playing, I'd say it's between Boo Lake, 3DS Rainbow Road, and Berlin Byways, actually. Again, music was really good in that, and I really like how that played, so I think that one genuinely was kind of the unexpected one for me that I liked a lot. But I do think that gameplay, maybe I'd lean more into Boo Lake, just because it's fairly concise. Nothing really, you know, is too hard to read. Like, I was able to race on this fairly decently because I've played it before, but I feel like if you maybe haven't played this course, it might be a little confusing. There's a lot of weird elements on it. But I feel like Boo Lake, for the most part, it's just like a few turns. There is that one turn that's like really, really quick and around, but I feel like it's not too hard to read that turn. And even then, I feel like most of these other tracks have more things that are hard to read for a first time kind of experience and exposure to the track. So I think for me, I'd have to say Boo Lake is my favorite out of this. And overall, I feel like the visuals are better in Wave 3 than they were in Wave 1 especially, and even Wave 2, so I hope that that persists going forward with more of the waves. And one more time for good measure, let's see that amazing cup model. So unique, so amazing, fantastic. Alright, and that's everything for today, at least for Wave 3 of the Mario Kart 8 DLC. Again, I feel like I've said pretty much everything that I really needed to say. Yeah, overall, again, the tracks play great, and I think that's something that's been consistent through all of the waves so far. You know, there are a few tracks here and there that I think that maybe could have been adapted a little bit like better so that they work with the Mario Kart 8 feel a little bit more. Something like Ninja Hideaway, I feel like it is a very complicated track, and that's not necessarily a problem. And you have a track like Dragon Driftway, which is kind of similar in feel overall, where it has very tight turns that can be very hard to hit, especially with different vehicle combinations and character combinations. But I feel like Ninja Hideaway, something like that, it's a little bit harder to get through, and I think that, you know, maybe that could have been modified a little bit. But overall, they all feel really great, and eventually when you start learning them, you can kind of adapt to them, so it's not a big deal, and I think overall, they're all really good. But either way, that's everything for today. I guess I will probably see you again during the next wave, whenever that's coming out. I don't know when that'll be. Probably March is my guess for that, because I think, again, we have, what, 3 more waves, so 3 more next year, probably March, sometime in the summer, probably like June-ish, and then probably another one during the holidays next year. So either way, I hope to see you then, and I hope to see you in some more videos on the channel that aren't just the Waves of Mario Kart DLC, so hopefully that'll happen as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you elsewhere. Take care, everyone.